Hello YouTube, this is Windows Wizard. I saw a couple people posting videos of their cars and their systems, so I figured I'd make one too. Before I get started though, I wanted to say real quickly, no negative comments or anything about the car or the system. Neither of them are the best. I like them though. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Both get the job done really well. And I'll go ahead and get started, I guess. Really the only thing I have done, this is a 2004 Toyota 4Runner. It's the base model SR5, the four-wheel drive. And it does have the upgraded speaker package, but I'll explain what I did to that. And the only thing that's really been done to it, I have a 5-stage black powder coated brush guard on the front. It's got the standard running board, 17-inch alloy rims. I got a new set of Michelin tires on it though. And then on the back of the car, got my Zombie Hunter and Response Team random stickers off eBay I thought looked pretty funny. Got my Memphis car audio stickers. Then I got my Stinger license plate and frame and all that. And then my little skull things I found at Walmart that I thought looked interesting. Then inside the car, you can see I have the aftermarket head unit. This one is the Kenwood KDC-X693. This model's been discontinued, but they have a model that looks just like it that they just released. Then I got my Memphis audio air freshener, my other air freshener, and my fuzzy dice. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go to the back of the car and I'll show you the system in the back. Okay, so I'll go ahead and explain this. I know it's a little mismatched and everything, but I got two 12-inch Kenwoods on the top in a sealed enclosure. They're 600 watts RMS, 1200 peak. On the bottom I have two 12-inch Memphis PRs and a ported enclosure. These are 300 watts RMS and 600 peak. Then I have two Kenwood 6x9s. These are three-way speakers. And that's pretty much the whole system. What I have is this is all in separate enclosures. The top is the two 12-inch Kenwoods. They're in an enclosure. Then I have a small 2x4 that I cut down, holding the other two enclosures for the 6x9s up. And then I just have it all standing on top of the Memphis PRs. And then I have a little Stinger digital voltmeter, which you'll see when I crank the car. And an optics black light, which you plug into the outlet that's in the back of the car. And then I have everything mounted, so it's got L brackets mounting it to the chassis. I have another one in the back, so it's stationary, it's not moving or anything. And then I'll show in here in the back, you can see where I have everything hooked up. Let me pop the other seat down. Okay, so back here, here's everything I have. You can see I didn't quite finish putting carpet on it, but I have 3 amps in this car total. I have another one on the front seat pushing the door speakers, but right here I have a Kenwood amp and a JL amp. I got my SoundQuest digital capacitor. It's a 2 farad, and as you can see the car's not running, so it's running at 12.5 volts. Everything is grounded right here. I got my Stinger everything. It's Stinger wiring kit. It's a 4-gauge kit. Gold plated terminals, Stinger RCAs, and everything, as you know, it's 100% copper, 0% oxygen content, all that good stuff. Again, I got my distribution block right there. There's the power inverter for the black light. Now, here's what I have going. This is a 500 watt Kenwood amp. It's a little bit older. I ended up getting it off Craigslist because I didn't have enough money for a better amp. But this one definitely does the job. I don't have a problem with it overheating. It is a 2-channel amp, but I have it bridge running at 500 watts RMS, and it's running around 1100 watts peak. Then I have the JL 600x1. This is 600 watts RMS and about 1200 watts peak. And that's pushing, the 600 watt is pushing the Kenwoods in the sealed enclosure. The 500 watt is pushing the Memphis in this ported enclosure. And then the capacitor is running off of both of those amps. Go ahead and put the seats back up. And then I'll show you on the other side of the car. I have an amp underneath the seat. which you can kind of see right here. This is an older model Boston GT20. I had it brand new running my 10-inch Memphis back when I had that. I have a distribution block in there, and what it is it's splitting off into a 8-gauge kit for this because it's a 275 watt amp. That is bridged so it can push these speakers in here. I don't know if you can see through that grill or not, but this is a 6x9. It's a pair of 6x9s. There's another one over there. These are 6x9 inch. They're Memphis PRs. And then in the back, I mismatched equipment again. So I have 6.5 inch Kenwoods. And that's a 275 watt amp. So the way I have it wired, it's pushing about 55 to 65 watts to all the door speakers. Now go ahead and close the tailgate so I can show you this in action. Go ahead and crank up the car. You can see the display turns on as the multicolor display, and you can change the different colors. And then I have all this. I have a 8 gig flash drive, which is hooked up, which is where I'm getting my music from, because I don't really like listening to the radio that much. So I got some DJ Magic Mike playing right now, but I'm gonna switch it over. I have a bass test I'm gonna play. If you want any of this, like bass tests or anything, just comment and I'll tell you how to get to it. This is the THX bass test. And also for the system, it's not complete without a remote control, but I won't be using that. So I've seen people doing this. I'm just going to put a Axe can on the back of my car so you can see. This is the preamp sub output, so you can control the level. Alright, and then I will pick the song again. I just lost it. Alright, here it is. I'll turn the volume to... Now the camera's not going to capture the bass too well. None do, but when it gets heavier, this will start bouncing. And the Stinger kit has Dynamat on the back, so it will reduce rattling. And that's the end of the bass test. Alright, so the camera didn't capture the bass too well. It won't play back very well, but basically when you look at the panels in the car, it'll look kind of like they're waving. That's really not what's happening. They just kind of move in and out with the pressure changing in the car. I haven't tested this on a meter yet, but I will have a video up as soon as I do that. And like I said, it's not the best in the world, but I really like it. Got it all installed myself, so if you liked the video, feel free to rate and subscribe, and post video comments of systems you have, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching.